Hi, Nichols. This is Miss Sides. Today I'm coming to you to talk to you about drawing conclusions. Drawing conclusions is a tricky strategy, but drawing conclusions will help us understand what we're reading better. Drawing conclusions is a lot like making inferences. If you'll notice behind me, I have an anchor chart. And it says, good readers use text evidence to figure out what is not said. That's our text clues plus our background knowledge, and we put that together to form an idea, and that idea is what we call an inference. And we do it all the time without even really knowing that we're doing it. We can look at somebody frowning and think about how they might be sad. That's an inference. We don't know that they're really sad, but we can look at their face and see their frown and think about what we know about people who frown and come up with the idea that they're sad. And we can do the same thing when we're reading. Drawing a conclusion is a little bit different than that. In drawing a conclusion, we're taking several inferences that we've made from the text and we're putting those together to come up with a judgment. Okay? And so it can be a little tricky. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with the conclusion, not with the inferences. Because like I said, we make inferences without even really realizing that that's what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to start with that conclusion statement. And then we're going to read part of the text to come up with some inferences that would support that conclusion. That's also the way that you're going to be looking at it when you have to answer questions about conclusions on a test sometimes. Okay, so this is a really specific strategy for this type of question. But remember, you can also use it while you're reading to help you better understand the text. So our conclusion today comes from a story called Kids Drawing Made into a College Shirt. And our conclusion is that the kid, the fourth grade student, did not own a University of Tennessee shirt. So I'm going to put that there in my conclusion box. And now I have to prove through text evidence and my own background knowledge and the inferences that I've come up with that this conclusion is true. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the first section of the article to you. At an elementary school in Altamonte Springs, Florida, it was College Colors Day on August 30th. One of Laura Snyder's fourth grade students wore an orange t-shirt. It was to represent his favorite school, the University of Tennessee. So if I stop there, I've already come upon some text evidence, some text clues that could help me make an inference to support this conclusion. Okay, so in the article, we read that the boy wore an orange t-shirt. We didn't read that he wore a University of Tennessee t-shirt, just an orange t-shirt. So I can put as my first inference, wore an orange t-shirt. Orange is a UT color, UT standing for University of Tennessee. And then I'm going to continue reading to see if I can find more text evidence, more clues that would help me make inferences to support this conclusion. Okay. He was so excited to show me his shirt. I was impressed that he took it one step further to make his own label, Snyder wrote on Facebook. Okay, I'm going to stop again because now I've seen another detail is that he made his own label. And that means he probably made his own shirt. So I'm going to put that in our second inference box. He made his own label. That means he probably has a homemade shirt. Okay. And then I'm going to continue reading again and look again for more clues that would help me to come up with a conclusion that he did not own his own University of Tennessee shirt. She explained that he drew his own UT logo with pen and paper and attached it to his shirt. Okay, there again is another detail. It's another detail, text evidence that could help me make an inference to support this conclusion, okay, to prove that this conclusion is true. And it says he drew a UT logo, with pen and paper and attached it to his shirt. So if you'll notice, every single one of my details, my inferences, match my conclusion. They can support this conclusion and prove that this conclusion is true. Remember, you have to take into account all the information that you have about the conclusion to make sure that it is an accurate conclusion. You have to look at the whole picture, all the information. I hope that you enjoyed this video on drawing conclusions, and I hope that it helps you to understand what you're reading better.